Witch's kitchen. A low haze, with a cauldron on fire. Various figures are seen in the steam rising from it. A she-ape sits by the cauldron, skimming it and seeming that it doesn't boil over. Her mate is sitting beside her with the little ones. Walls and ceiling are covered with the strongest appurtenances of a witch's household. FAUST, Mephistopheles. This insane witchcraft disgusts me. I find it revolting. Are you telling me that I shall get rejuvenated in this idiotic collection of junk? Am I to take an old hag's remedy? Is this full blow going to lift 30 years off my back? It's a poor lookout for me if you can't think of anything better. It's hopeless. I give up. But isn't there a natural way? Isn't there some healing balm that man has discovered? Now you're talking sense. There is a natural way, but that's another story and a curious one. I want to know. Well, I'll tell you a way. It'll cost you nothing. No witches, no doctors. Go right off into the country and start digging and hoeing. Keep yourself and keep your thoughts strictly conferred in a small circle. Eat the simplest food. Live with your cattle as cattle. Don't be about manuring the field you plow with your own dung. If you want to stay young till you're 80, believe me, this is the best way to do it. I'm not used to that sort of thing. I can't count down to handling a spade, and that narrow existence doesn't suit me. Then it has to be the witch. Why her? Can't you concoct the potion yourself? A nice waste of time that would be. I could be doing a host of things. I could build 1,000 bridges meanwhile. This is a job that calls for patience as well as science. A strange and complicated process. The tort takes years before it's potent. The devil taught her how to make it, but the devil can't make it himself. Sing the apes. Look, what dainty creatures. This is the girl, and this is the boy. To the apes, your mistress seems to be away, left by the chimney to face with company. How long is she usually out on the spree? Just as long as we sit here warming our paws. To FAUST, how do you find them? As gross as anything I ever saw. Now for me, a chat like this is just what I enjoy. To the apes, now tell me, you monkeys, what are you stirring the pot for? We are making thin soup for beggars. Then you have a large public. Comes towards Mephistopheles obsequiously. Quick, throw the dice, and let me win, and make me rich. I'm badly off. If I had cash, I'd have sense too. How happy the ape would be if he could buy lottery tickets. In the meantime, the young apes have been playing with a big ball, which they roll forward. This is the world. It rises and falls, and never stops rolling. It rains like glass so easy to break. It's hollow inside. It's shiny here and shinier there. I'm quick on my pins. Take care, my son, and keep away. You might get killed. The thing's of clay. The clay can break. What's the sieve for? Lifting it down. If you were a thief, I'd spot you at once. He runs to the she-ape and lets her look through it. Look through the thief. Do you recognize him? And dare to name him? Moving towards the fire. And what's the pot for? That silly sot doesn't know the pot, doesn't know the kettle. Don't be so rude. Here, take the whisk and sit you down. Seats Mephistopheles in the armchair, who has been standing in front of a mirror, going close to it, and then stepping back. What can this be? A magic mirror. And what a marvel of a woman. Oh, love, lend me your sweetest wings and take me where she is. Oh, I can't get close to her. If I try, she fades away. How beautiful she is. How unbelievably beautiful, reclining the quintessence of all that is heavenly. To think the earth has this to show. Naturally, if God walks his head off for 6 whole days, and then claps his hand at the finish, there must be something mighty good there. Go on gazing at her as long as you wish. I can find you a sweetheart like that. The man that gets her for keeps can count himself lucky. Faust goes on staring at the mirror. Mephistopheles stretches out in the armchair and plays with the whisk. Sitting here, I feel like a king on his throne. I have the scepter in my hand. All I need is a crown. After executing all sorts of intricate dance movements, they bring a crown to Mephistopheles with shouts. Oh, be so good and glue the crown with blood and sweat. Clumsily, they break the crown into 2 pieces and jumped about with them. Now we've done it. We talk and watch and listen and run. Looking into the mirror, I'm beside myself, pointing to the apes. My hair's beginning to go round too. And if we are lucky, and if it sucks, our rhymes are thoughts. As above. I'm going out of my mind. Let's get out of here. Still in the armchair. At least you must admit, these poets are honest. The cauldron, which the she-ape has been neglecting, begins to boil over. This produces a big flame, which reaches up the chimney. The witch comes riding down through the flame with a great shriek. Ouch! Ouch! You ape, you swan! Curses on you! For getting the pot and sneaking on me. Catching sight of FAUST and Mephistopheles. What's this? Who are you? What do you want? How fire take you? She dips the spoon in the cauldron and throws flame on FAUST, Mephistopheles, and the apes. The apes whine, turning round with the whisk in his hand, and striking glasses and bottles with it. Smash! Smash! Broken glass, a pretty mess. It's all a joke, just beating time to your stinking turn. The witch starts back in a rage. Don't you know me, you bag of bones? Don't you know your lord and master? I could just light into you and your monkeys and make mice meat of you all. Have you no respect for my red doublet? Can't you see my cock's feather? Did I try to hide? Must I tell you who I am? Oh, sir, forgive my rudeness, but you're not letting anyone see your hoofed foot. And where are you two ravens? I'll let you off this time. I know we haven't seen one another lately, and culture has put its finger on the devil as on anyone else. You won't see the northern spectre anymore, no more horns and tails and claws. As for this horse's hoof of mine, it would tell against me. That's why for years I've patted my claws, lots of young men do it. Fancy Satan, my Lord Satan, come to see me again. It makes me all dizzy. Woman, don't call me by that name. Why not? What's the matter with it? Relegated to the book of fable long ago, but it hasn't helped mankind in the least. They've got rid of the evil one, but the many evil ones are still with us. Just call me Bahong, and it'll be all right. I'm a man of the world, like others. If you doubt my noble birth, here's my excursion. He makes an indecent gesture, laughing immoderately. Ha ha! That's just like you. You were always a rogue. You rogue, you. To FAUST, take note of this, partner. This is the way to handle witches. Well, gentlemen, what will you have? A good-sized glass of you-know-what. But let it be your oldest. The older it is, the better. Gladly. There's a bottle of it. Here, that I sometimes take a nip on myself. It's turned quite mellow. I'm pleased to oblige. Quietly. But if your company drinks it unprepared, it might be the death of him. As you know, he's a good friend of mine. I want him to get the benefit. Make it the best you have. Draw your circle. Do your incantations, and then give me a glassful. The witch, with strange gestures, draws a circle and puts fantastic things inside it. The glasses begin to hum, and the cauldron rings, making music. Finally, she fetches a big book and brings the apes into the circle, using them as a desk. They also hold the torches. She beckons to FAUST to join her. To Mephistopheles, this is going too far. These silly contraptions, these lunatic gestures, these crannies, this falsity, I've seen it all and I despise it. Come, take it lightly. Don't be so critical. She has to perform some hocus pocus if the stars is to work. He pushes Faust inside the circle. Declining from the book with great emphasis. No this, no this! Make 1 a 10 and let you go. Make an even 3, your fortune is made. Then lose your 4. Turn 5 and 6 into 7 and 8. So says the witch. That's all there is. And 9 is 1. And 10 is nothing. This is a witch's 2 times 2. The old woman seems to be off her head. There's plenty more to come. The whole book's like this, I know it well. Lost a lot of time over it. You see, a completed contradiction is a mystery to wise and foolish alike. It's like an old trick, spreading lies with 3 in 1 and 1 in 3. You're safe with that, and can talk and teach undisturbed. Who wants to argue with fools? Usually people think when they heard words, there must be some meaning in them. Continuing. The power of science, hidden from the world. If you don't think, you get it even. No trouble at all. What rubbish is she talking now? I can't endure it any longer. It's like a pack of fools talking all at once. Enough, most excellent Sibyl. Come, give us your potion and bring the cup. It won't hurt this fellow. He's a man of many promotions. He's had good drinks before. With much ceremony pours the potion into a cup. When Faust puts it to his lips, there is a slight flame. Down with it, you'll be glad of it. A man that's pale with the devil doesn't need to fear a little fire. The witch breaks the circle, and Faust steps out. Come on out with me now. You mustn't rest. I hope it will agree with you, sir. To the witch, if I can do you any little service, remind me as a Walpurgis. Here's a song. If you sing it now and then, it'll help. To Faust, come away with me now. You have to perspire freely, so that the drink works both ways, inwards and outwards. I'll show you then how a gentleman can enjoy his leisure. What's that Cupid hoping about? And you'll soon be delighted. Just let me have another look in the mirror. That woman was so very lovely. No, you'll soon have the fairest of the fair, right in front of you. Aside, any woman will be a Helen to him, with this drink under his belt.